Hello everybody, Stunner back with another video. Um, if you guys haven't seen my previous video, you guys go check that out. It's actually my PS Vita. What's on my PS Vita? I got more games for you guys. Go check that out. It's pretty. I think it's a pretty good video to talk about my games and whatnot. But this video, I'm doing something different. I'm bringing back music. I'm gonna start something new. I'm gonna start doing reviews on albums and personal individual songs like singles. For this video, I'm gonna do an album, and it's by NF. I don't know if you guys heard. A lot of people don't know him because I tell a lot of people about him. But you ever heard of NF? He just dropped his new album, and I'm just like, no one ever heard of him. I'm just like, people sleep on this guy because this guy is amazing. Like what he talks about in his music is something you don't hear nowadays in this generation, and that's why I really respect him. And his music is also the reason why I'm trying to. Is also the reason why December 25th. I'm dropping this EP without no profanity because he inspired me to be like, I need to keep it real about my life and not worry about using curse words and everything, just be natural with it. We just gonna be a review on his third album that just came out. It came out October 6th. It came out, and I heard his first and second one, but this third one to me is his best album, and it speaks to me the most out of all his music. Like his second album spoke to me a lot too. And another thing about his music is the story. Like he goes, I'm just telling you from the jump. His first album was Mansion, and that one was pretty much talking about how he feels in his mindset. Like how the impact of his past has impacted who he is now, and how he feels like he has so many doors in his mind. You know what I'm saying, that could open up the different paths of his life. Or I don't know exactly how to go in detail with that, but yeah, that one was a pretty decent album. It wasn't like I said, it wasn't my favorite. It didn't get me hooked on NF, but it definitely was, it was some pretty dope tracks, And then I also called Therapy Session. He released that in 2016, his second album, and that one right there was a lot more deep. That was a lot more emotional. Like some of the songs I related to, but some of them I feel like were just too emotional. I'm just like, dang, like I just couldn't really vibe with it because I think it was a little too emotional. But I had some tracks on there that I was relatable with him as far as like, ex relationships or girls or whatnot. How he was talking about how like, girls did him wrong and whatnot, and he's talking about he's saying sorry. I'm not gonna go in detail, but yeah, pretty much that related to me. Then his third album just came out. It's called Perception, and that one to me relates to me the most. And that one to me, I feel like he fixed up everything. Like he even said in his album, his third one, he feel like this is the beginning. This feel like this is chapter one of his life going on. Like he has a lot more to look forward to in his life. He learned from his past two albums, and now he's pretty much saying that he's leaving that barrier. He's leaving that emotional stage of his life from last year. He's trying to become a better person. You know what I'm saying? And so with this album Perception, the first song is called Intro 3, and with this Intro 3, he's pretty much talking about facing his fears and realizing that he can't let that hold on to his life. He gotta let that stuff go. His past, like his mom died from pills and whatnot. He talks about that in Therapy Session. There's a song he made about her. But yeah, he talks about how he needs to face his fears and get away from all that. Because last one, he was pretty emotional. It was just like, I understand exactly how he was feeling. Like he keeps it real about his life. It's like a story. Like the first one, we're talking about he letting people know he has a lot going on. Second album, he's talking about he's really going into detail about how he feels. And the third one, he's talking about facing his fears and getting away from that life and really starting a new life and really, giving people that real music. And by the way, all these albums have no profanity, and he used no profanity, which I really respect him for. But anyway, the first track talking about him facing his fears. The second one's called Outcast. This one right here, he's letting people know that he's not trying to fit in with nobody. That he doesn't care how you feel about him. He don't care how many fans he get. He's letting people know he's not trying to fit with nobody, and that he'll be the outcast. He's saying he's not good in crowds. I relate to that because I'm not really good in crowds, because crowds was the reason why I was changing who I really was as a person. I was trying to become somebody I was not based on who I was hanging around with. And it's true, you are who you hang around with. So don't let nobody tell you you're not. Because you're not going to hang around that person unless you have anything in common with them. And if you don't have anything in common with them, you're going to make sure you have something in common with them. That's the only reason why you're going to hang out with them. That's my perspective. So the second one talking about here is the outcast. He said, I don't care. I'm going to keep making music for me. I don't care who likes it. I don't care what people say. And I respect him for that. The third one was called 10 Feet Down. This one right here is a very deep song. Overall, it's a very deep song. He's pretty much talking about, how he can't let, people or any disturbances stop him. And he's talking about real stuff in this song. Like I can't exactly go back and tell you what's going on because I don't remember it lyric word for word, but I just know it's an amazing song and definitely needs to be checked out. The third track, like he's talking about, he's 10 feet down. He want to go higher in life. He has high expectations for himself. He's not gonna let nothing stop him. And this song right here is called Green Lights. This actually came out as a single before he dropped the album October 6th. This song, Green Lights, is probably one of the most hype songs you'll get out of NF. Like, the Therapy Session was all, like, emotional. His second album, his first album, it was just, I mean, it was kind of emotional too, but he was letting people know how he feels about music and, you know, whatnot. But Green Lights, to me, like, it had a very, very dope beat. Like, this is actually the song that got me onto NF, really got me onto before this whole album even came out. Like, I heard this sound, I was like, oh no, NF got way better. I was like, I have to check out that album when it come out. And then when it came out, I remember myself just keep replaying the song at work, and then this came to a point where I memorized all the lyrics. I'm just like, dang. So Green Lights is definitely a song talking about how, like, he's came far in the music industry, and he's like I've come this far, you know, I didn't come this far for you guys to ignore. I came this far to, you know, to have acceptance, to feel acknowledged. He's letting people know that this is his life and this is what he wants to do. You know, he has some good bars. He's talking about, like, you're not, you see people saying, like, talking to all the other rappers out there, he's like, you're not a baller because your closet's full of Jordans. You're not a rich man because you're on a Forbes list. Like, he's talking about literally, you know, not literally, but he's talking about, like, in the heart, you know, like, who you are as a person, how God sees. God doesn't judge us based on how much we have, based on how much we have. God judges us based on how we are in our hearts. And NF definitely addresses that in this song, Green Lights. He also talks about facing his fears and whatnot. And, you know, Green Light pretty much represents he's on go, which means he's not gonna stop what he loves doing. He's gonna keep doing music. This is the beginning of him, really. He says third album really the beginning of him because he really found himself, and I really agree. I feel like he could be the next big thing. Fifth song called Dreams. He's not one of them deep songs, you know. He's talking about his dreams, like he's just doing him. I relate to that too. I'm just doing me, you know. I'm just following my dreams. I don't care what nobody says. That's why I do music, and I have a lot of people saying, you know, that judge me based on what I do on a daily basis, or, you know, what I do with my music. What I do with my music is who I am. I'm finding myself and who I'm trying to become. I don't need no one telling me who I can or cannot be. And it's the same thing with NF. NF probably been through all that growing up. You know, he probably had it worse than me. I know he had a lot worse than me. I can hear it through his music. You know, that's the thing about it. When you can hear somebody when you know about somebody's life through their music, you know they're talking about real stuff. You know that. You know, you can't really get real music like that. You know they're telling a story when you know about their life through their music. But yeah, another song called Let You Down was like another single he released before the album came out. This one's talking about, you know, when his past relationships, how, you know, he pretty much, and I relate to this, he pretty much saying that he let his ex down, not literally, she let him down, you know, but he's putting the blame on him because she wants to blame on him. That's how I feel about my ex, because every time she would do something, you know, something that I feel like she let me down, she would say that I let her down, you know, just like, you know, it's vice versa. So it's like, you know, it's either way, somebody's gonna take the blame. And he said pretty much, I guess I'm a letdown, I guess I'm not the person you wanted, you know, but obviously, you know what I'm saying, she's not the person he needs. You know, he needs to move on and find a better person that really feels like, you know, don't worry about no letdown. So that was a pretty good song too. Like, it had a pretty good singing in there and everything. And this song's called Destiny. This was one of my least favorite ones. It was still good, you know what I'm saying. But, you know, he's just pretty much saying he's following his destiny. Like, pretty much like Dreams following his destiny. He's not letting no one stop him. He's gonna do him. The eighth track is called My Life, and this one right here, I like this one a lot. You know, this one had a really good hook. It was real stuff. Talking about, like, nobody's perfect. You know, stuff is gonna happen in life. You know, but you gotta just live your life. He's talking about a past relationship with a girl. He's talking about himself in this one. This was a pretty good song. I like the beat with this one too. Like, I can't really go into detail with every song because it's just so deep to, like, go into detail. Cause I made this video like 20-30 minutes long. Ninth song is called You're Special. I think he's talking about one girl that actually was in his life that he really liked, and she didn't do him wrong or whatever. This was actually one of my least favorite ones as well, but I mean, it's not bad though. Like, I would hear it again. The 10th track's called If You Want Love. This one right here is real too. Like, it's inspiring people. You know, if you really want love, you gotta change who you are. Like, change who you are, change who you are becoming, and be who you are as you started as. Like, be who you are when you touch this earth. And that's what I'm realizing, not to change who I am, to find a person, be who I am. So if you want love, you gotta make sacrifices. You gotta do these things, and I appreciate the message he gave in that 10th track. If you want love, 11th track is called Remember This. This is by far one of my favorite songs on the album. Just, you know, definitely the top 3 is called Remember This. This right here is real. He's talking about how, like, you know, people are gonna judge. People are gonna say you're not gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? But when you make it, they're gonna say they knew you were going places. Now, that's just a couple lines off his album, off the song. And he has more so he's talking about. He's just like, be who you are. Don't try to blend in with nobody. He's talking about like, you know, people worry about having all this money, but it's like when you die, all that money's not gonna be there in your grave. You know, it's just this song. Remember this. It's like it's called Remember This because he wants everyone to remember this about life. You know, so you can become a better person. So you don't have to blend in with society. It's a really good song. Remember This. I really highly recommend you guys check that song out if you really want to reevaluate your life. And the 12th song is called No. This one, he's talking about how, you know, this is actually a pretty good song too. Like he just wants to know, like, you know, if there's ever gonna be people in his life that, you know, are feel the same way he feel. He wants to know there's gonna be people in his life that's gonna, you know what I'm saying, put important priorities first before putting stuff that they want out of life, putting what they need in life. It's more sort of in that tense. I mean, it goes into more detail, but yeah, No's a pretty good song too. It's like not one of them deep songs, like one of them hype deep songs. And 13 tracks called Lie. And this was talking about his ex, talking about how, like, you know, he pretty much saying that he had one of her friends, like one of his ex-girlfriend's friends or whatever, saying that she doesn't want you or whatever. But and he's like, and it's weird because he's talking about how he said that his girl actually called him, you know, and his friend saying that she don't want him, but she's still calling him. He's just confused, like, I heard you don't want me, but why you calling me? You know, and he's just talking about, like, you ain't gotta lie to me, saying that and he pretty much saying that she's the one he's controlling her life. You know, I felt the same way about my ex because she felt like I was controlling her life. So I relate with this song too. It's a really good hook and a really good message. 14 songs called 3 a.m. and he's talking about another girl. I don't know about the same one. He's talking about himself in this one too. He's talking about, you know, at 3 a.m. you know, somebody's hitting him up, his girl's hitting him up, making him feel like she's pretty much brainwashing him, telling him things that he doesn't need to hear in his life, saying that she's gonna be the one for him, like he's gonna be the one for her, and then the stuff that she's doing is not showing that she's the one for him. I guess that's how I feel in my perspective. I mean, I have to go back and hear it because I only heard it probably 4, 5, 6 times. But that's a really good song too. Like another one of them deep songs talking about one of his exes or whatnot, and talking about his life. 15 songs called 100, pretty much saying that at this point in his life, you know what I'm saying, no one can touch him. He's at his full potential now, and he's gonna continuously give it his full potential. He's at 100. He's like one of them hit them like turn up songs in a sense. You can definitely vibe to it though. He's talking about real stuff in this one too. He's talking about like he pretty much like he's opening up his mind more, and he's not letting his past disturb him from where he's gonna be heading in his future. Like he wants to go places in his future. He wants to be positive. He wants to be happy, and that's what he's gonna be. Because I see through his music, he's changing as a person. He's becoming a better person. I'm very proud of NF. And even though I'm just not really getting into him, I just one of the artists I understand the most out of any other artist. So I definitely have to give it up to you, NF. Keep doing your thing. And the 16th song is called Outro. This one right here is pretty much letting people know. It's kind of similar to Green Lights, you know, letting people know that he came too far, he's not going back, and he loves rapping, and he has fans and everything. I mean, it's a really good outro though. Like I like the flow. He switches the flow up, and then I like how he ends it saying this. He said this 3 records in it, and it's only the beginning or something like that. Like he pretty much saying this is the beginning. He said he pretty much saying he found his true potential, and he found out what people really need to hear, and he found out what he really wants to put in his music, and this is just the beginning for him. Like he found out what he really needs to do. And I respect him for that. So overall, you guys only had 2 songs that were like my least favorite. So there's 16 tracks, and in my opinion, if I really like 75% of the album or more, it's a great album. If I like 25% of the album more, it's an okay album. If I like 50% of the album or more, it's I guess you say it's a decent album. Well, it's a good album. If I like half of the songs or more, it's a good album. If it's a great album, if I like 75% or more, and if I like all of it's a perfect album. This is actually a great album. I only dislike 2 songs. I mean, not dislike it, but it's just the least favorite. But overall, this album is amazing. It's definitely, I'm gonna hear this at least every day for the next couple months, and then some, because this album is really good. Anyway, you guys, it's called Perception. His name's NF. You guys probably haven't heard of him. He's from Michigan. He's a white guy, but he actually has some good lyrics. And I feel like you guys should check him out because this guy, I feel like he could revolutionize the industry, or you know, definitely give people that message that people need to hear in music that they're not getting. Because music, you know what I'm saying, music can definitely, you know, give you your train of thought. It can definitely make your personality or open up your mind. So anyway, you guys, that's it for this video. I hope you guys like this video. You guys have a great day. Ace done out. Peace.